In the previous episode, I gave you a tour of Balranald campsite on the Isle of North Uist. Winston and I had a pod day due to the bad weather, only venturing outside to go to the butty van and so Winston can go on his walk. The bad weather shook the caravan and made a lot of noise, which scared Winston and stopped me from sleeping for yet another night on our 64-day adventure. Good morning everybody, I'm coming to you from sunny Spain where the weather is 22 degrees Celsius. That's what I wish I was saying, but I'm actually coming to you from the Scottish Islands where the weather forecast is 9 degrees, 20 mile an hour winds with some rain. So we need to move campsite today, I need to pack away. So as you can see I'm just getting waterproofed up. Winston's going to have to stay in the pod. And I just want to get this done as quickly and as painlessly as possible. I hate packing away in this weather, but we've got to be off the campsite at 11, so I've got no choice. So I'm not going to film it because I just want to get on. I don't want to be faffing around with cameras. I just want to get done as quickly as possible. So yeah, I'll talk to you then. Once hitched, we were ready to go. So here's some driving footage of me leaving the campsite. But this footage is from another day because as you can see it's sunny, although still very windy. The driving footage from this day when I was leaving the campsite was unfortunately corrupted. But basically you get the idea, I'm just trying to do the best with what I've got. So it's just gone 12 o'clock and we are about 5 or 10 minutes away from, sorry that's my dash cam thing. So we're about 5 or 10 minutes away from the ferry port and our check-in time for our ferry isn't until 2:30. So we've got 2.5 hours. I knew we were going to have some time to kill because we had to check out at 11. So I managed to find this parking spot, which is next to something that I can't pronounce, but apparently it's something that's worth seeing. Let me get my waterproofs on, let me get Winston ready, and let's go walk around in the rain for the umpteenth time. So here's a little tip. Every time you leave your caravan, put the hitch on. What that does is it stops someone from being able to come up, unhitch the caravan, and put it on the back of their vehicle and drive away with it. It blocks the handle, so if you can't lift the handle up, they can't unhitch it. Anyway, it's fabulous weather. Here you go. This is cool. Do you think we can make it across? Winston, you gotta get your box. Oh, stone move. Winston's roughing it. Well, you alright, Wins? Good boy. like you can do this one, no problem. Boom, boom, good boy. So this is cool. We're on an island whilst also being on an island, if that makes sense. Oh, there's a, let me show you, there's like another bit. There. I don't know if we can make it across that one though. Winston, get your ball, it's going to float away. Come on. Get your ball, bring it back here. Get your ball. See, you're going to lose it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Right. Right, now you're all wet. Come back on land. Silly boy. Right. We're not going to attempt this. So what is it that makes this place so interesting? Well, aside from the stepping stone causeway, it's that thing there. So that is Dun and Sticir. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but I'll put the name on screen. It is an Iron Age broch built over 2,000 years ago. The name translates to Fort of the Skulker, and it's thought that it was the home for a local chief. So it's basically a circular structure made of dry stone walls up to 3.5 meters thick, and there was chambers and passages set into the walls. Now there was one small doorway to the outside, and you could only join the land by the stone causeway. Now many of these causeways included what was known as a rocking stone, which is basically a stone that would make a noise when you stepped on it, and that would alert the people inside that someone was coming. Now because this water is tidal, if we had came at a different time of day, then we should have been able to walk across it easily and we would have been able to see the broch. But today, with this wind, I wasn't going to chance it, especially with Winston. So instead, we headed back. Right, so the pond's up there. We just crossed over to the other side of the road, where there's this little beach. We're going to have a little play on here for a bit, and then get some lunch. So Winston's running around without a care in the world. I'm here carrying the extra crew bags, both sets of keys for the van and the caravan, my phone and my camera. Just just like his little pack horse. I just follow him around with everything that needs to look after him. And he just runs off having a whale of a time. Got nothing to worry about. He's just got his toy and that's it. He's definitely got a better deal. He doesn't think that I'm walking to the other side. Yeah, I'm not going. You can do what you want. I'm not coming across that. I'm not. I've not got the right shoes on. Come on. He's really upset that I'm not walking across it. Come on, I'm not going. Just catch him with that thing. I've not got the right shoes on for a river crossing. Right, let's get some lunch inside of us. Okay, so do you know everybody's sponsored by these meal replacement drinks and shakes and stuff? I'm personally not a fan of them. I don't like drinking my calories. I don't want something that's been whisked and blended up and heavily processed and then has had loads of nutrients and minerals added to it. I prefer actual food. Now, I'm not sponsored, but I just want to show you what I think is a much better option. And that is these. These are John West on the go. Now, obviously, these aren't very good if you don't eat fish, but if you do eat fish, these are very tasty. They also do a big variety of different flavours and pastas. This one is honey and ginger super tuna salad with lentils and chickpeas. Now, the best thing about this is that it is actual food and I don't have to store it in any specific way, so I just leave loads of these in the van. They have a very long expiration date. I'm finding the one on this one. So this one goes at a date in June 2026 and you just store in a cool, dry place. So I always have lots of them in my van. So now this is perfect. I'm stuck at the side of the road waiting to get to the ferry. It's lunchtime, I'm hungry. I'll have one of these. Personally, I just think that this is a much better option than drinking a meal replacement. I personally would much rather eat proper food. And this is very nutritious. And because I'm a very nutritious person, I've also got a chocolate bar. Listen. Do you hear how quiet that is? There's no drafty noises. There's no whistling wind. The van isn't shaking. And that's because the van is heavier than the pod. And also the van is balanced over 4 wheels as opposed to 2 wheels and a hitch, so it's a lot more stable. So everything is just quiet and still and it's lovely. If I didn't have these bars behind my chair, I would have dropped my seat back and I'd be asleep now. Because I have not slept well for the past 3 nights because of the weather. And the peacefulness inside this van right now. It's just beautiful. There is some snoring at the moment. That's because Winston's asleep. But that's fine. I'm okay with it. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, so I'm not actually asleep because otherwise I won't be able to video. But I could go to sleep right now. I'm feeling very relaxed. But I've only got about, how long have I got? 15 minutes. And then we need to start making our way to the ferry. I might try and sleep on the ferry, but it all depends how much movement there is. I then accidentally fell asleep and we missed the ferry that I had pre-booked and paid for. I'm only joking. 15 minutes later, we were on our way. Now, I didn't know which lane to go in because I was booked traffic, but because I was towing and I was a longer vehicle, I didn't know if I should then be in the HGV lane. Now, the dude put me in the HGV lane, but only for a short period of time because some other cars were moving lanes. And then he moved me back into the book lane, which is where we sat and chilled out for a little bit and watched the ferry arrive. And then, as they started to put everyone on the ferry...
I'm gonna be a pain, but you need to reverse out and head down this lane.
Right, okay.
I'm being a pain, you're gonna
yeah,
go
you are.
fast with that.
Thank you! Now, I was joking with that guy earlier since he had already moved me lanes twice, and it was just funny that I had to come back and do it again. But now I needed to reverse my caravan in a straight line for a fair distance, and I had cars either side of me and everyone was watching and waiting for me. Now, I'm actually going to put some tense music over the top of this to emphasize the pressure that I was under. I think all that reversing practice was worth it just to be able to pull that off. Now, I know I look very calm and nonchalant about it, but on the inside I was having a little celebration and I was giving myself a high five. I then got the go-ahead to go straight onto the ferry. So I left Winston in the van, thinking that I could go and check on him like I did on the last ferry, but I couldn't. Now at this point there was nothing I could do except enjoy the views. And this was quite an interesting crossing because the ferry had to weave in and out of islands and shallow waters. Now thankfully Winston was completely unfazed by the crossing, and when I got back to the van he was fast asleep. I was then about to have one of the best drives of this adventure. Do you guys see the view out of this window? I mean, I'm trying not to crash my car right now, but it's I can also see the ferry working its way back again. I just came round the bend and it just opened up and it was... This road is taking some concentration. It's very twisty, it's very twiny. Lots of ups and downs, lots of potholes. Single track passing places, so keeping an eye in front for traffic coming, keeping an eye behind not to hold anything up and to move out the way. And then to keep my vehicle on the road. Oh, look at this, people. This is incredible. So I have lost a lot of files recently, and not just video files but work files as well. But one of them that I am most gutted about is the driving footage of this route on this day. So to kind of fill in some gaps, here are some clips of this road from another day. You can see the weather is different, but it gives you an idea of the road that I was towing my caravan down. Is there going to be a turn? Is another car going to come? I have got like inches either side of my caravan wheels on this road. Inches. Oh, we're still going up again. Whoa! Mr. Sheep went to jump off the cliff. He was just stood there and then went, I'm going to jump in the middle of the road. This would be a lot of fun. Oh, quicker, isn't it? Without a caravan on the back. Not quite a hairpin, but we've still got quite a sharp bend. Luckily, there's plenty of room to be there. So the campsite we're going to doesn't usually accept caravans or large motorhomes, and by using the driving footage from another day, I'll show you why. So as you can see, it has a narrow drive and there's not much turning space at the bottom. I was only allowed to come here because I contacted the owner beforehand, stating that I only had a micro caravan. Okay, skinny people, everybody breathe in. They're going to get past the gate. Shut the gate. Oh, that handbrake's not holding. Oh, there we go, we got it. Okay, let's hold it. Should have left it in gear. So while I go and shut the gate, here's how much space there is with my GoPod. After checking in, I then needed to reverse my caravan down a rather steep hill. Right, just take it straight back. Can I take it straight back? Yep, that's alright. Alright, going down, we're reversing down a hill. Alright, let me go have a look where that is. This is steep. Is this car going to hold that? Nope, it's moving. Nope, it's moving. Oh, it's still moving. I have to... Let me just stick my head out. Okay, I've got a little bit left. Let's go a bit more. No point having it in reverse, it's just going to freewheel it, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. Ooh. Oh! Right, I need to move that back. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's it. Right. Okay, that's not steep. Is the car going to hold that? Yep, we're held. We're held. Wait there, Winston. So I needed to pull my caravan forward, and I thought that I would just do it by hand. I quickly changed my mind and I opted for the motor mover. Although it's a micro caravan, 750 kilograms is still a lot to pull on my own over gravel. Right, so we are pitched. So we are now pitched. Now the pitch we've been given slopes down and the wind appears to be coming over the top. So what I've done is I've put the pod in the dip sideways on, and then I put the van next to it a little bit higher in a hope that it will block the wind. And it seems to have worked because obviously I'm inside the pod now and it is very quiet, and most importantly there's no rocking. So I have got high hopes for a good night's sleep tonight. Now it's about 6 o'clock now, so it's been a very, very long day, and I don't know if you can tell by my eyes, but I am very, very, very tired. So I'm gonna make some food. I'm gonna feed Winston, and then because the pod is still in the bed position, I'm gonna have a nap. Now it's kind of a very dangerous time to have a nap because it runs a risk that if I nap now, I might not be able to get to sleep tonight. But I honestly think that as soon as I've had something, I'm gonna just pass out anyway. I'm very, very tired. 3 nights of not being able to sleep properly while still going hiking and battling the wind every day. And then today, getting up, packing away, doing a little walk, catching a ferry, getting here, pitching, sussing where everything is. I think I've done enough for today. So let me get a good rest and then the adventure can continue tomorrow. Check out my window view. We woke up just in time to catch the sunset. Spoiling my shot. And that was the end of another day travelling in the pod.